Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gold Reef City Snooker Championships for the afternoon session. We are on table one. We have the youngster from KwaZulu-Natal, Ethan Chatty, playing the experienced campaigner from Mpumalanga, Woodbank area, Johan Pinar. Johan has been playing the game for quite a few years. Ethan is a new kid on the block, very capable and very able player. It will be a very interesting match. He's a very fast player. I think Pine also plays quite fast, so this will be a very interesting match to see how Pine actually approaches this game. And Ethan has almost a perfect break, just running a little bit too much. Just a bit of speed. Pine Pinar, as he is known now, his nickname is Pine. He's choosing the conservative approach in the beginning, catching the red a bit thick, unfortunately. And Ethan has the first chance at the table. So what is he going to do? He's got two options. He's got a red to the left corner. He's got a red to the middle. Probably go for the red to the middle. Nicely on the pink. Not a very easy pink. He's going to be challenging. Ethan really having a full go at that ball. Smacking it in the pocket. Nonchalantly. No fear. He's showing no fear. Very good youngster, very capable on the snooker table, but he's still got a lot to learn. But he's starting off like a house on fire. But a sensible snooker, playing a good safety shot and not leaving too much for Pine Pinar. So Pine is not as fast as Ethan, so it'll be interesting to see how Ethan copes with the pace of the game. Pine is experienced enough to know that he must not be pulled into the pace of Ethan. He will control the game the way he knows best. Ethan once again refusing the pot and going for a safety. So he has definitely learned a bit since the last time I seen him play. He has matured as a snooker player, and that bodes well for him. Pine just trying to make sure he doesn't touch the yellow with his sleeve. A good white ball from Pine there, but I feel Ethan's going to have a full go at this. It's within reach for him. And missing the bot. Is he getting lucky? Yes, he does get a bit lucky. This is what happens when you play hunky-dory snooker. It happens sometimes that you will get a bit fortuitous. He's got a good opportunity to put some points on the board here. So Ethan's taking an early lead in this match. Unfortunately, he has run out of position, so he might choose to play the safety, and he does. Ethan is impressing me with his shot selection. He has matured as a player. Usually he would go for the brown, pot on the brown. Now he's choosing to play the safety option. He might have not got full cover on that red, but at least he played the correct shot. Pine clipping that red very finely. Unfortunately, leaving it close to the right and top corner bag here. But it's not easy by any means. Ethan can pot it, but to get the white into a suitable position for a color will be very challenging. Exactly as I anticipated. Not easy to get the white right back down, being close to the jaw, but a good pot nevertheless from Ethan. Mind you, he's got an angle onto the pink, so it wasn't too bad. Made it look easy. There was a very good pot on the pink. So Ethan with his second opportunity at the table. He's a very flowing player. He doesn't like to muck about and waste time. He wants to get going and just pot the balls. That was not easy. He was always kissing into red, so that was maybe a slight concern for him. So Ethan Chatty takes a slender lead in the first game. Leads by 22 points to 0. Pine hasn't got onto the board yet. Still assessing the situation, trying to get a feel for the table. Color balls are not in an easy position. The pink's probably the only ball here, the top of the high colors that's available. It's a very good pot and a good development there. Great development from Pine. With one shot, he's opened up potentially the black and even the blue. So very good shot from Pine there. That's a great shot from Pine. Lovely. He's just a bit unlucky there. He was looking for a thicker kiss on that red to hold on to for the red onto the left of the table. But he is still on the red to the center. If it's not touching, if it's touching, he might not be able to pot it. Shaking his head a little bit. He's not too happy. From our vantage point, it looks like it might be able to go, but you can never tell. And Pine playing that shot very nice and smoothly. Good sound technique, taking his time, trying to get the feel of the table, getting in slowly. He's now got his first real opportunity at scoring on the table. Pine has been playing snooker for a very long time now. He is from our old school of players. In his days, he's made a few centuries. He's won that Mpumalanga title many times. He's won different championships there. He was the dominant player in that area for many years. And I still feel he's probably one of the better players there. There are some good up-and-coming youngsters there. But Pine is still your go-to player there in Mpumalanga. Experience is golden as long as your eyes are good and your health is good. Pine just taking his eye off the ball there. He was perfectly in the brown. Unfortunately, he missed the red. So he's half the lead that Ethan Chatty had on him. Better than the situation he was in before he went to the table. Ethan leads by 22 frames to 11. 22 points to 11, sorry. Ethan trying to play a cocktail double, but not controlling the white very well. Or maybe he was trying to go for the safety there. Not getting the best result. And this is where Ethan's going to be tested, because Pine's going to play at his pace, and Ethan likes to get on with the show. So his patience is going to be tested here. Pine attacking, probably playing a very good safety there. He's left a red on the top here, but Ethan will need to hit a very fine edge here in order to avoid the double kiss. Just getting it a bit too thick. That was always the danger. But the white's still running quite a bit, so he's got away with it. He's left Pine up, but queuing over the blue ball is not very easy. Difficult task. Pine misjudging the shot. Potting a good pot, but going in off at the same time. So Ethan's got another opportunity here to try and put a few more points on the board. Ethan just having a lot of movement on his shot there. That's the only reason he might have missed that red. So Pine will probably opt for a safety here. Not too sure if that red can go. He's having a look. If it can go, he might go for it. If not, he will prefer to play the safety. Send the red up and try and force a mistake from Ethan. But unlucky there, got the brown a bit thick. He was hoping to pass the brown. He's left Ethan with a small chance here to the middle bag. He might choose to go for the corner. And Ethan does. He was not even close to the corner bag. I think he was in two minds of what he wanted to do, so he gets away with the shot. This is a chance, but not an easy chance for Pine. The nice thing about the shot is he doesn't have to do too much work with the white. He can focus fully on the red. Obviously, you won't be able to get it too far from the cushion, but at least he can get straight in line or close straight to the blue and make himself an easy color. Just trying to find some comfort there, Pine. Not very comfortable the way he's standing. And that looks like a very good shot, actually better than I thought. So he had a slight angle, gave it a soft stun into the bag so he could come out for the blue. Very good shot. So Pine's not far of the lead that Ethan has set up. He's still within reach. Just stroking the blue in, Pine, making sure of the points, and he will obviously try and play safety here. Not much else he can do. He's got to be careful that the red he plays does not send another red close to the bag. There's always the danger of that happening. There was a gap there to putt the ball, so he actually went for it. Very unlucky there from Pine. Good attempt and good white ball. It's not caused much damage. by just assessing the situation. Obviously going to be trying to take the white back down. He had a full guide, that pot. A bit of danger there, and that's exactly the danger. Sometimes you play a two-minded shot, and this is what happens. You end up sticking the red up. That's exactly what has happened. This is the opportunity that Ethan has been looking for. Just got to have a good white here, and he'll have a chance to extend his lead. Good pot on the black there. He's got a couple of choices here. Can play the red into the right pocket, or the red into the left pocket, or the red on the bottom cushion here. Just roll it in, but he won't have much position if he does that. That's exactly what he chose to do, and he hasn't got much position. It's almost the end of the break there. He might choose to play safety, unless he can see the black from where he is. Safety will be the order of the day, and sensibly choosing a good safety shot. But he might have left Pine an opportunity to put this red on the right side. Pine just evaluating the table nicely and trying to make up his mind on what he should be doing. Good shot by Pine, getting his white on the right side of the blue so they can go back up. Pine is now 16 points behind. He's choosing the yellow. He wants to play a power screw back to the reds. Bit of a danger shot. Always a risk when you try and put power. And he gets a bit lucky. And unfortunately his white is not where he probably wanted it to be. A good safety attempt by Pine. The white runs further. It will be a difficult pot for Ethan. He's got a chance here to pot this ball. It's a good pot by Ethan. Solid pot. So if the last few shots have to anything go by, he will definitely go for the pink. Not much position to be gained from here, so he will be trying to force it and get position and missing it. Difference is 15 points. Ethan leads by 15 points. Nick Pine will be trying to play a safety here, maybe potting to the middle bag and coming back behind the black. Unlucky there. Actually, I think he might have the snooker, but it doesn't look like it from here. So Pine is a little bit unlucky there, just running half an inch too much. But not a potable ball, so Ethan plays a reasonably good safety. If you look at and study Johan's approach to the table, you'll notice he's very methodical and very proper in his address, and he's got a very calm demeanor about him when approaching the shots. Just needs to start potting a few balls now. I think Ethan has left Pine up here. This is the opportunity that Ryan's been waiting for in this last game. It's a good putt on the black here. Doesn't matter where the white is for the yellow, he can always play safety. And he makes sure of the black. Good shot by Johan Pinar. So he's pulled himself within striking distance of Ethan Chatty. Would want to play a thin safety here. Bring his white back down to by the pink and blue area. That's what he would be aiming for. Just catching it just slightly too thick, but getting a safety nevertheless. So Pine is fought back to within 7 points difference, and there's 27 points on the table currently. So anything can still happen at this stage. Pine sizing up the shot nicely. He obviously wants to try and get a good snooker behind the black. He actually went for the cut. Very surprised. He's only 7 points behind. He doesn't need to hurry it. But Ethan will try and also go for the pot, just overcutting it. And what has happened in so doing is he has given Pine a golden opportunity to pot the yellow. The green is a bit safe. You have to get to the perfect spot for a double to the middle bag. Pine has played some good positional shot there. It was a very difficult pot on the green, but he's given himself the best chance to put it down the line. This is not an easy shot by any means. Unfortunately, missed the ball, and unfortunately, he's got a bit safe. But Ethan might not be playing safe for this one. I think he's going to go for the shot. Okay. He's a bit unpredictable for me today. At times he goes for it, at times he plays a good safety, but that was the correct shot. So well done to Ethan. Great shot. Pine's just playing a containing safety there. And he's only 5 points behind. So he will be waiting. All his experience will count now. He will wait and try and take one ball at a time. And Ethan, from what I can see, if anything's going to rear its head, he's going to take it on. Oh, the white's coming dangerously close to the middle bag. So Ethan gets another opportunity at the table here. And he wastes no time in potting that ball. Great shot from Ethan. So he's extending his lead now. Unfortunately for Ethan. He's given Pine a chance for a good safety behind the blue. Good snooker there behind the blue. So what is he going to do here? That's what he attempted, but the double kiss was always the danger. Needed to hit it a little bit thicker to avoid the double kiss. And Ethan having a full go at that shot and a lovely pot. So Ethan has just, with that pot, he's almost secured the frame. He needs to make a good pot here. On the blue, playing it left-handed, showing us a bit of ambidexterity. Great shot from Ethan. So now Johan Pienaar needs a snooker and he needs another frame. Ethan has taken the first game and he leads by 1 frame to 0. For those of you who are close to the Johannesburg area, don't forget we are at Gold Reef City. There's a lot of facilities here for you and your family. Come and watch some good matches happening sooner or later. Actually, there's matches every 3 hours. There's another session at 7 o'clock. We've got probably the match of the tournament happening tonight. Mutalib Ali versus GRC Mudli. So make your way here. Come with your family. There's good entertainment, eating facilities here. And at the same time, we'd like to thank the sponsors, Gold Reef City, for sponsoring this event. So make your way to the Gold Reef City. And we'd like to, at the same time, thank My Day Brands. That's our drink sponsor. Purple Rain, that's our media partner. Basil Billiards and Q Masters, the venue setup team. 360 Sport, that's a streaming partner. As you can see, they're giving us this great quality pictures on TV and on your 360 TV Sport channel. And at the same time, I'd like to thank Andy Billiards, that's our cloth sponsor, for this new magnificent cloth that we are playing on. Second frame, Pine Pienaar to break. And he'll be wanting to make amends for the first game there. He had his opportunities. He'll want to put a point on the board. Let's see how he approaches this game. See, with this, yesterday Mutali pointed out that when you play with side, the skid gets off on the second cushion and it doesn't go past the blue as you would want it to go. So the players need to get used to that line and angle. Yeah. Pine not getting the result that he wanted there. Ethan will probably be looking to try and pot this ball. He won't be going for a safety there because there is a red to the bottom of the table. So he'll probably try and play an attacking shot here, trying to pot the red into the left corner. He's playing a safety, but does he realize there's a red at the bottom of the table? Okay, he's got it in a relatively good position, but this is quite easy for Johan Pienaar. All he has to do is go for a pot to the right pocket and try and keep the white down here. Oh, I'm getting the jaw there, so the red comes back, but he's left Ethan an angle to play as a return safety, or maybe a double. And Ethan gets a bit lucky there. He's far out on the double, gets a kiss on the blue, and he drops in. He's going to make full use of that opportunity.
safety exchange. There's nothing much on. Having said that, it was the only one that Aiden could talk about much. Don't, shall I say, realistic, but find himself in the blue. What's that good? Excellent.
Pine queuing up nicely for that shot and pulling it off successfully. It's a very beautiful shot and very well executed. Nicely on the blue. Just not on the right side of the blue. He would have wanted to be closer to the balk line so that he could get up to one of the reds here. I think he's very straight. He's got an angle. It'll be a very slight angle. It doesn't look like he's got an angle the way he's playing it. He might be playing with top to come back to the red on the side cushion. Okay, he did have a slight angle, so, and he unfortunately ends up right in the middle of the balls. So he'll have no choice but to play a safety. He seems to have spotted a red to the middle. Not easy at all. The risk factor is very high. So he's looking at the safety where he'll just go off the side cushion and get the ball between the colours at the bottom of the table. And that was very well played. The closer you get the ball to the cushion, the harder it is for your opponent to pot. So Ethan doesn't have much of a choice here. He can clip this red fine on the top cushion and go back down, or he can, he's probably going to do that. He'll have to play it very fine not to collide with the red on the right side of the table. And that's exactly what he's done. Oh, very, very lucky there not to drop the white ball in. So in the end it was a good shot. Pine and Ethan involved in a few exchanges of safety. Ethan clipping that red very fine, nothing wrong with his eyesight. It's a lovely shot, just hitting it a bit too hard, or maybe the ball on the contact on the red was too thin. That hand seat has come up. Pine has got an opportunity to pot the red on the left of the table. It's not an easy pot, but it is an opportunity. By not making sure on the thin cut, getting it a bit thick. Hence he gets the jaw in the middle bag, and he's given Ethan a chance for a pot. Ethan pots it nicely, and he's nicely on the pink. So he's got a chance to put a few points on the board here. Just needs to get a good white for the red, and it's not easy to stay on one of the top colors here from that shot. Ethan looking for a shot there in the pack. Not too sure if there's something there. Nothing. So he's playing the safety option. This young man has grown wise since the last time I seen him, playing good safeties. Playing very calculated snooker. And he's managed to succeed in blocking that ball that's on the top left pocket here. That's possibly cuttable, but Johan Pinar cannot see that ball. So he might have to go for a long, difficult pot. The danger is if he misses, he can stick something up. But he's really got no choice. He actually has to have a full go here. Try and take his white round the black and go down the table again. Got it just a bit too thick, collided with the black, and he ends up staying in the area here at the bottom of the table. Looks like he might have got away with it. So what is Ethan going to do? Is he playing safety or is he going for a pot? Ethan going for a pot very strangely, but pulls it off. Great pot from him. And I've just pulled it a bit too much back for the pink. So he's got a tricky little pink because he's queuing over the red. And that was very close. Unlucky for the youngster. Very, very close. So now Pine has got a chance. The difference is only 3 points in favor of Ethan. Golden opportunity here for Pine to make a few points, but he'll need one of the high value colors to come off the side cushions and go onto the spot so that he can start compiling a small break. Trying to get comfortable on the shot, getting his hand on the table, always better. It did not look comfortable at all there. Ethan having a full go on the shot, not succeeded. This is Pine's real first easy chance in the second game. But the color will be challenging because the blue does not seem to be able to go in the left middle pocket. So he's got to play either for the black or the blue to either of the corners, or go down for one of the ball colors. Those are his options. He'll probably play to get to the black maybe. Maybe the blue can just pass there. There might be a slight gap there. The way he played it, seems like he's got an angle, but he's got to be careful. You just need to clip that red and it's going to stay out. That's exactly what happened. So Ethan's once again got a golden opportunity here to put a few points on the board. He hasn't made use of his last few chances. Hopefully he will. Good pot from Ethan. Nice solid pot on the brown. Not getting the desired position. Going for a double to safety. Not achieved the double, but he has achieved the safety. So Johan Pienaar will need to pot a really good long red if he wants to go for that. He looked at the safety option. Can hit this red close to the middle bag finally and come back down the table. Or go for that pot and possibly stick it up. Aha, he also gets a bit lucky. Johan Pienaar with a wry smile there. So he's choosing rather to play a safety here after being lucky, or is he changing his mind? So Pine doing the right thing, getting the pink into play and putting the white safe on the bottom cushion. So Ethan leads by 14 points to 8. Still anyone's game this. 8 reds still left. Whoever gets in early and makes a small break has got a better chance of winning the game, but it's not going to be easy. If Pine chooses to go for the spot, if he does spot it, he's going to have a problem. His white is in danger of staying there. He might get lucky and get on the pink. He might not. He might get the double keys, go back up the table. or he might just get stuck there and not be able to see any color ball. So Pine would rather be opting for the safety from the looks of it. He's got a couple of options, and that's the best option for him to get down to the top of the table. Just once again hitting it a bit thick and getting lucky. So Pine will take that opportunity. That's his first real piece of luck. He'll be smiling about that. If he did not get lucky there, he was in trouble. Nice steady blue, nicely on the red. And there's a few reds open here. If he just has to focus his mind and try and finish what's on the table. And it looks like the pink can go nicely. It's a lovely pot. Nice control on the white. Maybe just too much. But he's got a red to the left of the table. He was playing for the red closest to the pink. He was a bit unlucky. He'll be potting this, coming gently off the bottom cushion here and bouncing back towards the pink. He would not want to hit it too hard, but if he does, he could possibly go for the blue also. So they had a lovely shot, nice bounce, and he's perfectly on the pink. And making sure there. He could have chose to stay on that side, but he'd rather come back on this side and work the break from this side. He is a little bit far from the ball, but it's not too difficult. It's a lovely shot by Pine. Nice bit of control there. Just a little short on pace, but it's not too bad. So he'll want to run through. Pine will just want to gently roll through and hope one of these reds that are together here on the left side of the table, the one closest to the cushion that can possibly go. Oh, and he was a bit far out there. Unlucky for Pine. He might have got away with it, unless that red can still sneak in past the back. It's a nice little mini break by Pine. So for the first time, he's taking the lead in this match. That's a great pot by Ethan. So that ball could go. Pine did play a good positional shot, just didn't get the pot. Unlucky there. Ethan attempting a long pot. And he gives Pine another opportunity to come back to the table. And he hasn't caused much harm there, much damage. Good pot from Pine. He'll want to just Control this pink softly. Play the white softly off the cushion. Just a bit too hard. Just getting a bit too much of pace on the ball and leaves himself a very difficult cut into the right hand corner pocket. And trying to snooker him, and he might just be getting lucky here. And he will take that. He will take that. Try to snooker him behind the pink and leave a very awkward red for the youngster, but he's nice, lovely pink to drop onto the last red. So Johan Pinar is now extending his lead very nicely. Nice soft stun of the cushion here. It's hit too hard, but nice, lovely shot. Good control. 29 points up. If he pots this, he only needs the yellow after this. No, actually, if he pots this, then the youngster will need a few snookers. So he's the difference is 35 points with 27 on the table. The Pine needs to put another 2 balls. Ethan walking across the screen there, trying to see what is investigate what is the problem there. And that was the danger. Pine was a little bit worried about the enough. So the difference is 31 points. Yellow comes out. The youngster still needs a snooker. He's got a good chance to snooker behind the green and blue. You have to cut the yellow, come off the side and bottom cushion to try and come behind the green and blue shots. But it doesn't look like he's trying for that. Okay, maybe he is. Yeah, he's just not getting enough pace there. Oh, maybe enough. Looks like it's enough. No, I think Pine can see the yellow. Might be a fine edge, but he's on. Beautiful pot from Ethan, but he does need a few snookers. 2 snookers to be precise to win. And he might be on 1 snooker here. I think it might have just came out a little bit. So all Pine has to do is, if he can't see it, he has to just swerve it slightly, but it looks like he might be able to see it. If not, he will just swerve slightly, pause the brown, pause the blue, to be able to hit the green. He didn't play anything of that. He went for a straight out. So it was a full snooker. I'm surprised that Pine actually played that shot. Just get 4 points back to the opponent. Difference is 25 with 25 on the table. So the danger after this is, if he misses now, on 25 difference, a foul and a miss can be called. Beautiful attempt to safety. Beautiful attempt. What a great putt from the youngster. So if he puts all the balls, he can tie. And he's going for the draw. So should he putt it, he will get a draw. He's left himself close to the side cushion. Luckily it's close to the middle bag, not too easy. And just a great putt. Puts it nonchalantly. But he needs the black to tie the game. And this is not easy by any means. The danger is that black can stay in the bag if he misses it. But if he hits it hard, it might go away. And knowing this youngster, he's going to give it a nice smack.
Johnny, when you missed 16 points.
He actually played it very sweetly. So as I said earlier, his game is definitely matured from the last time I seen him. Playing more sensible, hitting more sensible shots. Just not making use of his opportunities. Might be a lack of practice. He's an all-round Q Sports player. And in snooker, if you want to make breaks, you're going to have to be committed. You have to practice. There's no shortcuts. There's a good chance on the black here now to tie this game. And he makes it look too easy. Scores are all square. No, they've put the score on the wrong side. They should go on the other side. Yes, it's 50 points apiece. So it's a respotted black. The referee will toss a coin. And the person that wins the toss will choose to either play or ask his opponent to play. The first foul or pot on the black ball will end the game. So obviously Pioneers won the toss and asking Ethan to break. Ethan playing beautiful shot to safety. Bounces out a bit. It's a chance for Pine. It's not that difficult, but it's not that easy either. It's a 50-50 shot. He can miss it and he can leave it up in the bag. Or if he hits it sweetly enough, he might just drop it. He actually, the way he played it, he definitely played a safety there. He cut it fine to play a good safety. Well done on Pine. It was a good safety, giving the youngsters something to think about. This is the experience of Johan Pinar. Years and years of experience. And messing the safety up there, but so Pine has got decent opportunity here. Needs to cue sweetly to drop this back. It is a long shot, so a sweet shot will do him good. And is it too sweet? It is too sweet. He puts it too sweetly, gets it right at the bottom of the ball, and he goes enough. And that's 2-0 for Ethan Chetty. Very unlucky, Johan Pinar. Very, very unlucky. He's had a chance now both games. The second game he has lost it himself. He went in off. He actually played that ball very sweetly. Surprisingly, it went in off in that bag. Or maybe I should say not surprisingly. The table's rolling very fast. So he was very unlucky. So Ethan leads 2 frames to 0 against the experienced Johan Pinar from Mpumalanga. Ethan is from KZN. One of the up-and-coming youngsters from Natal. We would like to thank our main sponsor, Gold Reef City, for putting out the magnificent tournament. My Day Brands, our drink sponsor. Purple Rain, our media partner. Basil Billiards and Q Masters, our venue setup team. 360 Sport, our streaming partner. And Andy Billiards, our club sponsor. Thank you to all. for making this event a success and possible. Oh, unlucky there. Good break off if it stayed in the bag, but it went in off. So once again, Pine has got an opportunity here early in the start of the third frame, 2-0 down. On the table next door to me, on table 2, we've got Johnny Sidoratos, the experienced snooker player, against one of South Africa's top pool players, Aiden Joseph. Johnny also had a close game that he lost there, so he's also 2-0 down, trailing Aiden. And Aiden slowly getting his confidence up. And I think Johnny is actually up in the third frame, so he might have a chance to pull a game back.
There we go. Good concession for Aiden. And reduce the one frame. Aiden needs 2 frames to watch.
Fine, he will just want to open the nice attacking shot, opening the pack up and taking the white down. Ethan not holding back now that he's 2-0 up. Lovely safety by Pine. I feel Ethan's going to now throw caution to the wind and start going for more pots now that he's 2-0 up. And this might just be the danger. If he plays shots like that and not playing a good tactical game, he'll allow Pine Pienaar to come back in. It's a good chance here for Pine. Is he going to take it? Oh, Pine not coming close to the left corner bag. Unfortunately, just snatching a bit on the shot. So Pine is feeling the pressure a little bit. He was very unlucky the previous game. So he's got his back to the wall now. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget, this match is on time. This match is on time, so there's 1 hour 31 minutes left. And if you've got a 2-0 lead here, that's a very big lead. And this youngster is going to be pressing all the buttons to try and increase that lead. He's not going to hold back. He knows he was a bit lucky in getting 2-0 lead, but he fully deserves it because he's played well. Unlucky for him, misses the ball completely and went in off. So is the referee going to call foul and a miss? It is a foul and a miss. No, the ball was not. Ethan Chetty was playing the safety. So what's he going to do now? He wants to clip the red very finely and come back down the table. He succeeds on his second attempt. I'm surprised Pine had the ball in hand. He did not take the opportunity. He's going to have to take a few of his chances that he's getting. Because if you are 2-0 down, your back's against the wall. You might as well go for it a bit. And Pine's usually a very attacking player. But mind you, he's not the same youngster that I knew from yesteryear. Just like myself and a few others. We are playing on borrowed time and still enjoying the game. The youngsters are slowly taking over. Maybe not fast enough.
Safety is. Well, he starts on the scoring even with the 14 points. This is done in the
I think that was
first
a
take
bit of a dangerous shot there. So Ethan is on the pink now.
He comes up the train and missing it and beating up from the back, but making
Ethan
20 good goal.
creating a further chance for him here. I think he might have a red to the middle. All the balls are nicely open here. And he's already in the lead by 13 points to 8 points and two frames up to 0. Lovely pot from Ethan.
Unfortunately, mistake from the position, and it's very, very difficult to recover. And now Johnny finds himself in the spot.
Ethan once again playing a very sensible shot and going for the snooker. Gets a good snooker behind the brown. So Pine is in trouble here because the balls are all very open. Not easy just to nestle up to one of the reds. And if he misses, it'll be called a foul and a miss every time. The ball will be replaced. But there's lots of targets here. He can roll up behind this one closest to the black. It'll be a very good shot if he just snuggles behind it. That's exactly what he tried, just missing it. And I don't think Ethan's going to take it if he can see the red to the left corner. If he can't, he might ask the referee to put it back. And the referee obliges. And I think Pine will know, he knows exactly the angle. He will get it right this time. He's just got to play it same way. Just come behind the red. It's a lovely shot. Trickled in nicely, but just maybe a tad too hard. Here's the ball to the center, maybe even the corner, it looks like it. Or did he get a bit lucky? There is Ethan's taking a ball to the left corner, yeah. And he negotiates that pot nicely. So on the brown or the yellow, he can choose what he wants. Ethan puts a lovely long shot, not getting the required position. He wanted to run through a little bit, could have been on the pink or the black. So he's left himself a difficult cut on the pink to the right corner. I don't think the black can go, so he will definitely be choosing the pink. Oh. Not easy, those balls. It's the hidden pocket. So when your eye line is not in full view of the pocket, it's always difficult. So Piney's got another chance now. Not easy, but not too difficult. He's going to have to do something, yeah? Looks like he's trying to pot and go back to the ball colors at the bottom. That's exactly what he tried, but he missed the pot. And he might have even left Ethan already into the left pocket,
Just look margins.
one closest to the pink spot.
And there's so much difficulty, and the slightest of margins can
And Ethan not
between
playing it very nicely. Very far from the pocket. Was he trying to play safety maybe? It's deceiving from our angle sometimes to see whether the ball can go or not.
efficient players find the most important thing playing controlling. Yes, I know. But control of the right hand, position yourself in a favorable position in the next ball.
That's a good pot from Pine. Lovely pot. He's got a chance to pot the pink, put some points on the board and narrow the difference to Ethan. Just playing it a little bit too hard, not accurate enough. Pine has been missing some easy opportunities. He's created a good chance for himself there and not taking the opportunities. Very surprised.
Traps the inside jaw of the center pocket and goes straight
And
down
Ethan will be making full use of his chances here.
and straight on the red and on the black. Suppose
But he's not on a color ball, so he'll have to choose to go for the brown. And playing it a bit carelessly, and hence the result. He's given Pine a golden opportunity here, once again, to make a break. Pine is only 16 points behind. That's 2 blacks with 2 reds. So he's got an opportunity here to pot the red, just pull back a little bit onto the black and try and string a break together here. It's getting a bit of too much angle on there, but the black's still on. That's first pressure shot that Pine has spotted. Lovely black. He took his time, made sure. Spotted it. I don't think the black spot's on the black spot, so they will put it in the next highest available spot, which is the pink spot. And Pine is in perfect position now to put a few points on the board. 2-0 behind. It's not too late yet. The clock is ticking. But if he takes his frame, he's within reach. Just underscrewing it a bit. He wanted it an inch more maybe to put the black in the right corner pocket, but he might choose to play it in the center. Pine choosing the safety option rather, not going for the black at all. Very strange shot selection there from Pine. I would have thought he would have rather played a pure safety instead of a shot to nothing on the brown. And Ethan just playing now a little bit of reckless snooker and losing some control, and keeps giving Johan Pienaar a chance. But this is not a chance for a pot. Not easy. You'll have to play a good safety, try and get around the table and behind the yellow and green. That's the problem. If you hit it too thin, you collide into the pink. You needed to hit it slightly thicker, get off the side cushion, bottom cushion, and now this is great. Another chance for Ethan Chetty. Is he going to do something on the table now? It's a lovely pot from the youngster. Just losing the white a bit. I've been watching the matches now. Not many people have had good control over the white. Scholl was the only one that really showed us a decent break last night. made a good 77, but also not 100% in control. Tonight's match will be something to tell us, Mutalib and Ikiashin. That's going to be a very interesting match. So Ethan leaves himself a very difficult black here. And just smacks it and misses the ball. And not much has stuck up here. So Pine will be left with no choice but to try and play a safety. He's 12 points behind, and he's definitely not making use of his opportunities that he's getting. He's a possible set into the left pocket, so he might be trying that. He doesn't do that. He rather goes for 100% safety, and once again sends the wide in off into the right corner bag. Pine just not finding his feet with his safeties and wide ball control, unluckily. Very unlucky for him. Ethan has played that very beautifully. He's getting it thinishly and coming down and not leaving much of a choice for Pine. Pine will have to play a good safety back down to the table. But Pine keeps hitting the balls too thick. He might get lucky here. Yes, he does. Pine just apologizing there. That's not what he intended to do, but he's going to take his chance. 15 points behind. He needs all the luck he can get. Pine going for the snooker this time and getting it nicely. So this shouldn't cause too much of a problem for Ethan. One cushion out. He's got a big target there. Very big target. Oh, and he goes right through everything. Unlucky, the referee will call foul and a miss. Can't see Pine not asking the referee to put it back. The referee will definitely put it back, yeah. That would be the correct thing to do. Ethan hits it almost perfect and he gets a good result out of it. Doesn't leave Pine anything easy, yeah? It's very challenging. Very challenging shot here. If it's touching, he's alright. If it's not, he needs a good white here not to leave Ethan with a chance. Ethan's only 11 points ahead. But any small mistake here can result in the loss of frame here. So they both will want to be very careful and tread carefully. But Ethan's going to have a full go at this. Just missing it. It's been coming very close the last few attempts. But the problem with those type of shots is you always end up sticking the red ball up or the color ball up. So this is a fine cut for Johan Pienaar. And at the same time, he might be able to develop the black. And this ball is definitely going in off. Johan Pienaar is not playing up to his potential, not taking his opportunities. And Ethan's going to try and put on a few more points on the table here. The easy brown and an easy red to follow. And it's almost 20 points up if he puts the brown. He does, so he's exactly 20 points up. So he just needs a red color red to leave Pine needing snookers. The red on the cushion is not easy, but the red close to the black spot is potable, exactly as he done there. A lovely pot from Ethan, nice and positive. Good white ball. Just unlucky not to get position, better position towards the last red, but the yellow seems like it might be ideal. It's a lovely stroke through from Ethan, leaving himself with a chance on the red to the top cushion. That's a lovely putt by the youngster. He's taking the. He needs one more color here, and the frame is out of reach.
This frame is certainly out of
Frame will be out of reach for Johan Pinar if he puts his blue. If not, Pine will have one more last opportunity. But not the youngster plays a very good shot, playing it very sweetly and overscrewing. Coming back way too much, and he might have snookered himself here. So Pine is 29 points behind, and he needs one snooker, and yeah, he's got the snooker already. So this is not going to be easy. You could see the slight edge, so it was a very good shot from the youngster. So Pine at this stage needs a snooker, and he's 2-0 behind. He's in big trouble at the moment. Pine unluckily not getting the snooker that he was looking for, but he only needs one snooker. It's not going to be easy for him. Great pot by Ethan. That sort of seals the frame. I think Pine will have to try and focus on the next game. He's got not much time left. Actually, he has got 1 hour 15 minutes to try and do something. So it'll be better for him rather to give up this game and get things going now and try and get into the game, you know. So every frame here, Pine has had a chance and opportunity, and has not taken his chances. And the youngster obliged and potted some good balls to take his opportunity. And at the moment, Ethan Chatty leads Johan Pinar 3 frames to 0. Who would have predicted that score? Not me, for sure. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our main sponsor, Gold Reef City, for putting up this magnificent event. Maide Brands for providing the drinks. Purple Rain, who's our media partner. Basil Billiards and Q Masters, our venue setup team. And 360 Sport, our streaming partner. And not forgetting Andy Billiards, the cloth sponsor. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this event possible. On the table next door to me, we've got a very good match there. We have Johnny Sideratos against Aiden. Aiden, one of the top pool players in the country, is 3-1 up against Johnny. And Johnny has had a chance in a few games there to be in the lead. But Aiden has taken his chances, and unfortunately for Johnny, he did not. So still with an hour, 15 minutes to go, anything can happen on that match, I feel. But on my table, your table 1, Johan Pinar is breaking. He's 3-0 down, back against the wall. Not going to be an easy task to try and win this match. Very difficult. This youngster is a good potter. It will need some good snooker by Johan to try and salvage 3 games in 1 hour, 15 minutes. At the pace that he plays, can't see that happening. Oh, the youngster just make that shot look so easy. Potted it very nicely. He's completely not under pressure anymore. He's playing with full freedom. He's unlucky. Very unlucky there, but he's given Pine His first opportunity in his last game. What is he going to do? Is Pine going to take it? Not too sure. Is he going to take it? He needs to. He needs to make us a little break here to get on the board. Oh, trying to avoid the kiss into the back. He misses the pot. Unlucky for him.
Johnny takes back up 18. Fucking 3 blue balls and 3 red balls. And this is a crucial pot for the black to continue its pot.
Ethan just overcutting that ball, but the white coming back
Unfortunately, no
down
such-
to a safe position.
and that was the shot.
So not leaving Pine much of a chance here to do anything. So Pine needs to play good safety to try and force an error from the youngster. That might just be a very good safety there. But I think he would be able to see the red on the right of the pack. All he needs to do is try and clip that one or the one closest to the black. Come back down. Good white from the youngster.
That's just that doesn't get a result, and unfortunately for him, he played it beautifully and just got a bit unlucky without
Pine getting the ball too thick, so
it on.
leaving the youngster with half a chance. Last few times he refused it, played the safety. Is he going to go for a pot here? I think he would. Take 3-0 up. Lovely pot. Showing some great composure here now and playing the calculated shots very nicely. Ethan Chatty, very talented youngster from Natal. If he practices a bit of snooker, I feel he's got a great talent, great future in snooker, but he's got to focus on it. If you play all cue sports, it's not easy to come back to the snooker table. So he's got to choose what he wants to do, snooker, pool. But how do you tell youngsters that? You can't tell them that you can't play pool. Most of them play pool, these weekend tournaments, and make 200-300 rands, maybe 500 rands. So for them, it's just a lot of fun. Snooker is more serious. They do enjoy it more, but it's also the more difficult sport. Good attempt at a safety by Yuan, and I think he's managed to close it red to the corner. So it's an excellent safety. So, has he found something there, a gap? Oh, he's having a full go. No safety in mind at all. And he's given Pine good chance for a pot to the middle. And he could roll up to the pink and maybe take the pink to the left corner. Is Pine going to make use of this chance? He needs to. He needs to, otherwise he's not going to get another easier chance. There's still 1 hour, 8 minutes left. So if he can string in a couple of games quickly, he'll still be all right. Lovely pot from Pine. He held for the pink nicely. Just got to stroke this ball in gently. Nice soft stroke. Roll through for the red to the corner. Oh. Got onto the red nicely. It's not easy this time. He's the red to the middle, to both middles. Not easy at all. There is a set to the right here. Great pot by Johan Pinar. Excellent pot by Johan Pinar. Nicely on the blue. Can he do it this time? He needs to do it.
This man is a potting machine. Aiden Joseph, aka PlayStation, doing his thing on a snooker table. Lovely to watch. Star Farmer was Goes down pedals twice.
He's not left himself an easy red here, but it's not difficult actually. Just needs to focus nicely. Body come off the left side cushion onto the blue. Unless the black goes in the corner, I don't think so. In the right corner. But there's it nicely off the side cushion. Just needed a little bit more pace, but he's on the blue. Slight stun on the shot, and he can stay for the red into the top right hand corner on your screen. Or he can run through and play the red on the bottom left hand corner. He's got a few options here. Chooses to pull back and go for the shot into the right pocket, closest to the bag. That's always a good thing to do. Take the easy ones first. He needs to play a nice, gentle shot coming off the cushion. Oh, he played it completely wrong. Spion played that very recklessly, I feel. He could have played a couple of other shots and forcing a mistake. He's 1 point in the lead, but he's given Ethan a chance. He's back at the table.
24 is a good break. Putting this frame slightly out of reach for Johnny.
Ethan not taking his chance, giving Pine another opportunity. Is he going to take it?
This man is just a potting machine. Look at the fantastic safety place. It's knowledge on
Lovely gentle pot from Pine.
it's maturity.
It's onto the green nicely. Just needs to calm himself down. And he needs to start potting a few balls, which he is very capable of. And need the long rest or extension for this red to the right corner. Might choose to go for this red to the center, but not the other one's very much easier.
Must sit and he flips the black and resulting in a 7-point foul. Aiden maybe doesn't. Gets himself on the spot of the red, still on the black. I think he may have just flipped it and with a little flash, a little smile.
Pine taking his time, using all the equipment, using the long cue. Most modern players nowadays have extensions on the cues, little joint in the back where they use their own cue. Very seldom do you see people using the cue on the table because the tip is very thick and not chalked or easy to miscue and not control the ball. So Pine is from the old school, still using the cue on the side of the table and not getting exactly where he would want to be. So I fancy him to nestle up onto the yellow and try and snooker Ethan. And that's exactly what he does. He's got a very good snooker here. Not very difficult because there's big targets here on the side of the table. Ethan can even go for the red closest to the green if he really wants to. But he's got a big target over here. And with all the balls that were available, Ethan, it's into the black. So I'm sure he's going to call a foul and a miss there. I'm sure that's going to be challenging for the referee. Where is she going to put it back? She can't remember where it was. Did she make note? She'll need help from the people, the scorers on the side. You'll have to move the black and the red.
Watching that, Aiden put Johnny in a snooker, or we go for a pot. Goes for a long green. Knows that he's
The ball's not correct there, because there was definitely no angle
bad. Johnny with a lot of the head.
of that side cushion. That was the angle that is more correct. So Aiden will probably end up going for the same shot. Ethan will go for the same shot and just hit the reds, and he plays it perfectly. He has left the ball, but not an easy one. Long red, ball to the middle left. It's going to be very challenging for Pine. Yeah, with Pine, he's 13 points up, but he's only got 1 hour left, so he needs to take this frame and the next 2 frames.
Does he get it? Yes, actually.
So there's some work to be done here.
He's going to move a couple more of those. He's 41 points he dropped. Then 35 left on the table. And made him very twice and comes out a bit snoop to the east.
So Ethan misses a chance now. He's 3-0 up. He's taking it a bit relaxed. This is where Pine needs to climb in and make use of this chance. In the years that I remember, he used to be a very prolific break builder. He could make 30s, 40s, 50s. He made the occasional ton. Always very capable. But mind you, just like all of us, age has got the better of him, so your eyes are not always sharp. His physique, however, is still good. So maybe he's not practicing. In those days, we were all very much more active, playing snooker every day. And I think where he is now, he probably's got hardly anybody to play with. In his younger days, Woodbank was very strong. That's a lovely shot from Pine. Good control, nicely on the black, but unfortunately the red came in the way. So unlucky there. It's a good safety. Leaving Ethan a red to the right corner. He has a bit of risk to it, but I feel Ethan's going to go for it. It's easier to go for the pot and come down than play just a pure safety, so it can be a shot to nothing. Everything to gain, nothing to lose. Exactly. The white ball is the problem, and this is the first piece of bad luck that Ethan has really got. So Pine has got ball in hand, not easy cut, and he's 18 points up. But the important thing is he's 3-0 behind. 3-0 behind is a long way behind with 1 hour to go. 3-0 behind is very far. It's not going to be easy for Pine to catch up. He'll need to win this game and have another 2 quick games. Ethan playing now a bit of careless snooker, I would say. He knows he's 3-0 up, so he's not too bothered. And this is where Pine has to climb in and show what he's capable of. He's got to do that. Unfortunately, misses yet another opportunity. Just not taking his chances. Lovely stroke from Pine. He's such a good stroke player. Just hasn't found his rhythm this match. Just hasn't found his potting feet. Balls are all nicely open. But he's got to make use of one of his opportunities to do something. Completely out, very far out. Pine is frustrated with himself. He knows he's capable of much better. We know he's much capable of better, just not getting things together. But saying that these conditions are not easy for everybody. The lighting is different. The cloth is different. Balls are probably the same, standard 1G balls. But these are good match conditions, very fast, stable. It's got LED lights, so if you're not used to playing under these conditions, you will find it very challenging.
Certainly, thinking of mine, this table is shrunk to the size of a pool table.
Ethan Chetty now coming back into the game. He was behind a bit, and he's had plenty of opportunities now, so he's making big break. Ethan also on 16 and not yet finished. So he's just one mistake from Pine. Ethan is right back into the game and back in the lead. Great putt from Ethan. A lovely putt. He's not on the pink, unfortunately. So he might opt to go for the blue. Or he could even snooker behind the brown and put Pine in trouble here. And that's exactly what he chooses to do. The youngster has matured, as I said, and he's playing a very responsible game of snooker at times. Times he plays careless, but he's definitely playing better than what he played the last couple of times I've seen him. So the little bit of experience that he's picked up is doing him good in today's match. Pine needs to get out of the snooker. Or really was quite far out. The referee will obviously put it back. Not much of a choice here. So Pine trying to come behind the black and get to the red. Whereas he's got a single cushion out, so I don't know why he's not using that chance. 51 minutes left as we can see on the clock. So if you're 3-0 behind, you have your back against the wall. That's a great attempt. Great shot by Pine. That's exactly what he wanted the first time. Very well executed. Nice come out from Pine the second time around. But he's still in trouble. The score line is 3-0 behind for Pine. Ethan Chetty, the youngster from KZN, 3-0 up, 35 points, 42 points to 31 points up this frame. Pine needs to do something here. That's a lovely putt. He needs to do something here. There is an opportunity. He needs to put the brown. The brown is easier. The pink is probably the more correct shot. But does he have the confidence to play it? Maybe even the blue. But the pink frees up the yellow for the left corner bag. But if he screws it back nicely, he's on the yellow. But the thing is, oh, he gets a bit lucky. For the second time now in this match, Pine getting a bit of luck. He wouldn't mind that.
There we go.
That's a lovely putt. Great putt. This is the best chance Pine has had now to clear up. All the balls are relatively easy. He's left himself a tricky green with the rest.
Didn't seem to ease up and looking in for a lovely break here by Aiden. He's letting his arm go. I'm sure he wishes there was another frame. He just seems to be really turning on the pressure now, and he's feeling so comfortable around this table. He's now 48.
Another easy brown. He's left himself on the wrong side, so he's got a bit of work to do with the cue ball. I don't think he's going to be attempting to try and clear on this visit. It wouldn't be sensible to do that.
red.
Pushes the pink closer to the side cushion.
Too much. Slow. Take a soft roll. It's break to 48.
So the scores are level, 42 each. Pine fighting for his life here, but he's got 40 odd minutes left, so it's not going to be easy.
Right there, and he does that, but I think he may just got it a bit
Ethan's
right.
been left with another opportunity to take the game away from Pine.
His face. Disappointed.
Lovely pot by the youngster, nice drag shot to hold on to the blue. And he'll all want to do is he'll want to come off the top cushion,
Plant here.
come back towards the pink so they can negotiate the pink nicely.
Nevertheless,
Nice attempt, giving himself a half ball chance. Just needs the pink ball and he'll be in a commanding position with a 4-0 lead.
still no points left on the table for Johnny to win this frame. But he's not going to do that.
Oh, what a great pot by the youngster.
Exactly.
What a great
Aiden.
30 odd minutes left. I feel it's impossible now for Pine Pinar to win this game.
For 16.
He's just biding
Thank you.
out his time
ladies and
now.
gentlemen, for watching. And on the other side, we have other match on with Ethan Chetty leading 3-0 against Johan Pina. And the other 32 as well. And Ethan in the commanding lead.
The referee's got the yellow and the green mixed up. I hope she has a look at it and gets it right, or maybe the scorers will just correct her.
Ethan in the form lead,
Yeah.
mind you, and I think that match is all but over.
The green and the brown need to be, the green and the yellow need to be swapped. Is the referee going to realize that? Somebody needs to tell her. The green and yellow are on the wrong spot. Nobody realizes it. Are they going to break off for the green and the yellow swapped around? Huh? Okay, so nobody's aware of that. Not the players, not the referee. Mr. Farad James just finished commentary on the table next door. I'd like to welcome him to the commentary box on this side of the table. Welcome, Farad.
Thank you, Munir.
You had a brilliant match on your side there, Farad.
An emphatic victory by Aiden Joseph with a
Yeah.
beautiful 63 break and defeating Johnny 5-1 in his last 32 match
Yeah.
and progressing to the last 16. I see you've got an equally exciting match here by the youngster Ethan Chetty.
Yes, it's not as been as prolific as your match. Both players have had opportunities. Pine was in with a chance on every game, just did not take his chance. I was very surprised. But saying that Ethan took his opportunities with both hands and he's potted some lovely crucial balls at crucial times.
Yeah, I think we had a couple close frames, and if Johnny had taken the first frame and the second frame, it would have been different.
It always makes a difference, eh? Because he had a chance the first game, and when you don't take your first opportunity, makes it very difficult for you.
That's correct, and
Yeah.
I see Johan, fondly known as Pine Pinar, also had his opportunity and didn't take it.
And look at her getting unlucky, not getting the right kisses, and now the referee realizes she made a mistake with the colors.
She can't change it.
Yeah, now she can't change it. She's got to leave it.
She's got to leave it.
She's got to now put it up on the pink spot.
Pink spot, yes, that is
so-
correct.
So the youngster is 100% correct in telling it has to go up there. And he's telling Pine also to play again.
That's a strange choice. What
And look at that.
goodness gracious. I think Pine is not at his best, Munir. We've seen him, he missed that ball completely.
Completely. He's flabbergasted with his conditions, I think. You know?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons. The other thing is maybe Ethan has got him in a tiz. With his
without a doubt. Without
Yes.
a doubt. Yeah.
Ethan, with his prolific potting, has just
And-
got him 6s and 7s. It's
Yeah.
the first time he would have met Ethan Chetty. Well, Ethan is a new kid on the block, and a like his attacking prowess. He's not afraid. I think that comes with age, or is it? He just goes
Comes with
for it.
youth.
Comes with youth, and I think you were a bit like that in your younger day,
I
Munir.
think we all were for that.
Yeah.
Eh? We all were. As we get wiser, we start going for less shots. Fine, going for the black.
I am sure he went for the black and
Yeah.
nicked the pink.
Yeah, he was definitely going for the black. The referee's going to call a foul there if she's awake. Did she see that foul? Is he calling it on himself?
I think Pine would. He's a gentleman
Yes.
of the game.
Yes, he has called a foul.
He
there.
will certainly call a foul on himself, and
Yeah.
that's
I think the referee was a bit perplexed there for a second, not knowing.
not knowing, but Pine would call
Yeah.
himself, and I think that's the game of snooker. It's the gentlemanly conduct and calling a foul on yourself. Look at this young
Great
that go
pot.
down and pot.
Great putt from him. So Ethan has got absolutely nothing to lose here. He's just now, they're just biding the time and trying to finish off before the cutoff, but I think this frame might be finished before then.
I think it would.
Yeah,
Be.
there's still 45 minutes to go. Can't see Pine coming back now.
And Ethan Chetty has got a very interesting nickname, and I see he's changed his waistcoat. If I remember correctly, his previous waistcoat had the inscription "Killer Lighty" on the back of his waistcoat.
That's
So he's certainly living up to that nickname, Killer Lighty,
yeah.
and potting from everywhere. I think he should put that name back. Oh, is it at the bottom of his waistcoat?
That's a pool acronym, eh?
That's the bottom of his waistcoat. It says Killer Lighty.
Yeah, it's a pool acronym that I've heard a few times being used.
Mm.
And normally they use that acronym even for big guys, you know?
Yeah. No, Lighty doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
mean age. But he is a Killer Lighty, and living up to his nickname here.
And look at it.
Potting
He's
with ease.
potting very nicely, very comfortably. And if Pine thought he was going to sneak in a game here, I think he's got to think again. This youngster doesn't want to waste time.
Well, I think Pine has been out of the snooker scene for at least 10 years, Munir.
Maybe 10, 12
And
years, right? Yeah.
he made a cameo at the South African Masters Championship. He's recently, I think, put up a table and wants to get back in the game. And it's nice to see him back at the table. He obviously capable for so much more, but being out of the game for so long, it takes a while to get back into it, and perhaps you never really get back to your best after being out of the game for so many years.
It's always that hope that you will string a few breaks together.
And there we've just seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, Pine 10 years ago would pot that with one hand, I dare say, and now having a difficult time.
You see that when you get older, it's the eyesight. He's managed to keep his shape, body shape still in good condition. His physique is still good, so it can only be his eyesight, you know. And I must tell you, these lights are very challenging. Nothing wrong with the lights, but they're just very challenging for me. I don't know if it's because I'm older. Before we would never find a problem with things like this, but
Yeah, in your younger day, you'd
Yeah.
play with a lampshade on the corner of a snooker
we
table.
would play with 60-watt bulbs, you know,
Yes, so
with one 60-watt bulb.
So I think we spoil for choice, and we
Yeah.
sometimes so used to near perfect conditions, and when they're not to our liking, we find a problem.
Yeah.
But I must say, the venue and the tables are
All very good.
very good. They're fantastic. I think you're showing your age, Munir.
No, you know what's
Your
my
eyesight.
problem? Rod, my problem is my lights are too good. So everywhere else I go, it seems like it's substandard. That is the problem. I need to downgrade my lights.
Oh, is that on your home
That's-
table?
Yes, that's what I need to do. I need to downgrade it.
Well,
I have to do that. I got no choice.
Yes, I don't think it's because you need to downgrade your lights. I think your wife told me that she made the lights brighter on your home table because of your poor eyesight, Munir. So the standard lighting here seems too dim for you.
So that's why I'm saying I need to rather get the standard lighting so that I can be used to it.
Mm.
I'm too spoilt. I don't know. What's the difference here? 4 points. So Pioneer's got a chance still. Yeah,
He's got a chance at the frame, but I think he's out of this match completely.
definitely. He wants to put one frame on the board for his own personal pride. I hope he does. And Ethan's not going to make it easy for him. He wants to quickly wrap it up and go home.
Well, Ethan will, if there's a pot on, Ethan's going to be potting.
He's looking for the red to the right corner. Not going to hold back.
Munir, that is
Played with a lot of ease, eh?
fantastic shot.
What?
That cut back to the blind pocket, like, I mean, that cut back is unbelievable. And
Yeah.
that red ball didn't touch sides. This killer lighty is pulling off
tremendous
shots.
talent.
Well,
Tremendous talent.
I can't say because he's 4-0 up. Yes, it's part of it. But he's shown that potting prowess early in the match as well.
He plays like this all the time. I think, you know, he plays all the cue sports, but if he dedicates himself to snooker, he's got tremendous talent. But if you're playing all other cue sports, then it's going to be longer for you to get better at snooker. Snooker needs dedication, as you know, Farad.
Yeah, I think there's always been a debate of which game is tougher and so forth. I think all codes of cue sports require a certain level of talent and expertise on the table. But there's no doubt that the game of snooker is a lot harder and more difficult than the smaller tables.
What
Look
a
at that
shot.
black, unluckily.
He went in off. It was a
In
great
off.
pot from the cushion.
Well, I think Ethan's letting his arm go here. He knows he's won this match. He's just going for a few exhibition pots.
Fine. Trying to play now a double maybe. To the middle. He's got no real choice here. I'm surprised that Pine hasn't found his feet. I seen him last night practicing a little bit. He was playing much better.
Well, I don't know so much about his feet. He's got to find his ears. Looks like Ethan shot his ears off.
Well, he's busy. It's a good welcome for Pine back into snooker. He'll realize now, you know, he needs to start putting some time in. And we'll all know he's a good player. We all know what he's capable of, but he'll have to get back into it.
But a real gentleman around the table, Pine, one of the old school snooker players. And what a lovely individual, excellent sportsperson.
He's a gentleman of the game for out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And missing that blue, he just realizes that yeah, you're quite right. He hasn't just found his footing here. And it doesn't help trying to find a rhythm when the other side of the table you have killer lighty.
Yeah. Just bangs everything in.
He
the
just
pocket.
smacks them in. He doesn't give you an opportunity to settle down. And just when you think you're a bit safe, and he slots in a long raid. Oof.
Oh, that was very close.
It
He's
was
very good at those cutbacks.
cutbacks, eh?
Yeah. And look at he's always putting Pine in a pressure situation, you know. Not an easy in. But he'll have to put one of these if he wants to get into the game.
Pine is missing them by quite a distance, eh?
Unluckily.
And unfortunately, every time he misses, he leaves Ethan up.
Yeah. So that 6-point lead is going to become a 12-point lead.
Well, could be a bit more.
Yeah, if he gets good position, yeah.
I think he should. It's a simple. That's an
What
odd
was he trying
choice
there?
of shot.
I don't think that red goes past there. It's a brown there. What's he looking at?
What's he doing?
That's a foul.
That's a brown ball, isn't it?
It's a foul.
Are
Yeah.
we?
Yes, that's a foul.
That's a brown ball. You
Yeah.
just spotted.
Yeah.
Did he think he was on a color?
He might have thought he's on a red. I'm not too sure.
Well, but he's going for the next red.
Yeah.
He may have thought he was on a color. Just a bit hasty.
Yeah. Forgot to pot the red.
Oh, good lord. And Pine just missed.
Fine, not taking his chances for life. Definitely not taking
No, I
his
think
opportunities.
he's more than rattled.
At least the referee was awake there, realizing that he taken the brown out of sequence.
That was a bit of a comical one, but it's not gonna affect the outcome of this match, fortunately. And there we go.
Look at that.
He's had a few of those
Quite
this
a few,
afternoon,
actually.
eh?
And time is once, you know, where the score was.
Score was quite tight.
Yeah, and this is what happens.
Yeah, but not taking anything away from his game. I think
He's
I think
definitely-
you
look at
did. I think you create your own luck.
Yeah, and look at that
Sometimes.
pot. Just look at that pot.
Exactly. So having fluked a couple of balls, I think I dare say he deserves a few flukes the way he's been potting. So he's definitely the better player in this match.
And he's not in a mood to let Pine off.
No, it's going to be sealed at this visit.
Yeah.
Pine will concede irrespective. He may not have a choice.
Unfortunately for Pine, I don't expect
Yep.
this result.
Not
I
at all.
thought the match will be closer.
27 adrift.
Yeah.
He requires snookers, and the concession will come. Fine cut, and he slots that brown in. And Ethan's walking around with a smirk on his face, quite pleased with his performance, and he well should be. He well should be. He played like an absolute star, and
Some good pots, some exhibition style potting.
deserves that win and
Yeah, Pine is-
applause
Great sportsmanship
by
there from
Pine. And congratulations to Ethan, booking himself a place in the last 16, an emphatic win and defeating Pine Peanut 5-0 in this last 32 encounter. Thank you all for listening and joining us on the stream. We'll catch you a bit later at 7 o'clock for the last 16. There'll be 2 matches of the last 32 at 7 o'clock this evening. Thank you.